Hey boys and girls, how are you? Hope you're doing well. I miss you guys. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I miss you guys. Want to say hi? Say hi. Today we are going to work on estimating, dividing decimals, and we're going to start off with just estimating. We're not actually going to find the exact answers, and we're going to remember when you're dividing, I told you guys you're going to be breaking the rules. So 0 to 4 and all that stuff, 5 to 9, you guys can forget about. Just break the rules and find friendly numbers. When you're estimating, you should not be having, you okay? You should not be having, you okay? You should not be having to do any calculations or anything like that. Estimating should just be quick mental math. So if you find yourself calculating on the side, that is probably not a good estimate. It should just be quick mental math. So if you find yourself calculating on the side, that is probably not a good estimate. Be quick mental math. So if you find yourself calculating on the side, that is probably not a good estimate. Use friendly numbers from families and things like that. I'm going to do a few problems for you as examples. Your homework for today is going to be, your work for today is going to be completing 5 problems on the worksheet. I also want you to play 4 Sum Dog games. Okay, so when you upload your worksheet, you're going to have your 5 estimates on there. No exact answer. Have your 5 estimates on there. No exact answers. Your 5. Have your 5 estimates on there. No exact answer. Have your 5 estimates on there. No exact answers. And then you're going to write down also when you upload, I want to see the names of 4 games that you played on Sum Dog. Okay? So 5 problems and 4 games. Okay? Say hi. All right, let's get started. Since we are dividing decimals, the first thing I want to practice is estimating dividing decimals, because that's the first thing we need to know. So as you guys know, when we're dividing and estimating for division all the time, like I said in school, I want you breaking the rules. So forget about 0 to 4, you stay on the floor, 5 to 9, you have to climb. Forget about all that, those rounding rules. You break the rules when you're estimating division. Okay, so I set up a few problems for you. Okay, so here's the first one. So 39.12 divided by 3.6. So again, we need to break the rules. So you could do a couple things. Think of something that works, some friendly numbers, some fact families that may work together. So 39.12, I'm just gonna make that a 40. And I'm gonna divide that. 3.6, that's pretty much close to 4. So there you go. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Add the 0, 10. So there's an example. You could have even brought this down, 39.12. You could have brought that down to 30. And then kept the 3.6 as a 3. Same thing, 3 divided by 3 equals 1. Add the 0. Okay, so there's a couple examples. I would do those 2 for that one. Next one, 68.94 divided by 7.9. For this one, I would do something like 68 is about 70. I found a friendly 70 divided by, why don't we make this 7.9? Why don't we make that a 7? That works because now you just do 7 divided by 7 is 1. Add the 0, 10. Another one, you could have brought this down to 68.94. You could have brought it down to 60 divided by, and 7.9, you could have just made a 6, and you get 10 again. Some of you guys might even say 63. You might make this a 63. You know why? Because you know 60 is close to 63. You know 63 divided by 7 equals 9. Okay, so you see how I'm using friendly numbers for the 7, the 60, okay? Because I know 7 times 9 gives me 63, so that works, okay? So I want you to start thinking of friendly numbers like that. Let's go to another page and do another one, okay? Let's try 123.45 divided by 61.15. So again, find things that are friendly. You know what I have my eye on? I have my eye on that 12 and that 6, because I know 12 and 6 are very friendly in the fact families. So if I want to keep that 12 and I just want to make that 120, because I have that 12, and 61.15, I'm just going to make that 60. Look what we got here. I got 12 divided by 6, which I know is 2. Okay. Which I know is 2. And then this 0 cancels with that, and my answer is just 2. Remember, when you have zeros in division, they can cancel out. Okay? Some of you guys might do something like this. You might just say, I'm going to do 100, because 123 is close to 100, and 61, I'm just going to leave that and make that, I'm actually going to make that a 50, because 61 is kind of close. And you could say, well, 10 divided by 5 is 2. That 0 cancels with that. Okay, so again, I'm breaking the rules. I brought 123 all the way down to 100. That's fine. I brought 61 all the way down to 50. That's fine. We're breaking the rules. Okay, let's do another one. 231.7 divided by 4.6. I have an idea, because I'm thinking of 23 is kind of close to 20, and I know I could do 20 divided by 4. So I'm going to do 200, because 231 is kind of close to 200. I'm going to divide that by 5, because 4.6 is kind of close to 5. So think about it like this. 20 divided by 5 gives me 4. There's 1 0 left over, so I add it there. Okay, and if you're confused, you can always check your work. You'd be like, okay, well, 5 times 40 is 200, right? 5 times 4 is 20, add the 0. Okay, let's see. We can try, I have another one. 231, I'm thinking of the number 24. So 231 is close to 240. And I know I can leave 4.6 as a 4. Okay, so 240 divided by 4. Think about it. I could do 24 divided by 4, right? Well, 4 times 6 gives me 24. And then I add the little 0, 60. Okay, so there's another example. I'm going to do one more for you. 72.8 divided by 9.3. This one, 2 numbers jump out at me. The first 2 numbers are 72 and 9. Okay, those are friendly numbers. Okay, so I'm just going to make this 72 divided by 9, because 9 times 8 is 72. Okay, so I'm thinking of friendly numbers. If you're not good with those fact families, you could try to use zeros. Maybe 72, you can think of 70. And you could just turn 9.3 into a 7, right? Or you can make 72, you can bring that up to 80 and make 9.3 an 8. You can even bring 72 up to 90 and leave the 9.3 as a 9. Okay, so there's a lot of things you can do. You got to be very flexible when you're dividing and you're estimating and division. Break the rules. That's the most important thing I want you guys to remember. Break the rules. Now, I don't want you guys going really far off the rules, okay? I don't want you making 72 150, because that's not really close. As you can see, I made 72. I left it at 72. I made it a 70. I made it an 80. I made it a 90. Those are all kind of close. 9.3, I made a 9. I made it a 7. I made it an 8. Okay, so you got to remember, keep it kind of close. Okay, 39, I turned into a 40. I turned it into a 30. 3.6, I made it a 4. I made it a 3, right? 6.8, I turned into a 70. Sorry, 68, I turned into a 70. 68, I made a 60. I made it a 63. All those are kind of close to 68. Same thing with 7.9. I made it a 7, a 6, a 7. Okay, so I want you to really start thinking about keeping it close in your estimates and things like that. Same thing here, 123, I turned it into 120. I turned it into 100. Those are kind of close. 61, I made it a 60. I made it a 50. Okay, this one I made a 200. a 240. Okay, so again, think about numbers that are friendly, that are kind of close. Break the rules. Think of like 12 and 6 are friendly together, 10 and 5 are friendly. Okay, 20 and 5, 24 and 4 work. Okay, you got to know those multiplication facts. That's really what's going to come into play here. Okay, and that's going to help you guys. All right, so that was pretty much it. If you need help, just rewatch the video. Take a look at my estimates. They were friendly numbers, and I did not have to do any calculations. It was all mental math. So remember that when you are doing your estimates for division. Okay, I don't want exact answers. I just want the estimates, the two numbers you estimated with their answer. Okay, so complete these 5 problems on the worksheet. I also want to see you write down the 4 games that you played on Sundog. Please remember to put the date at the top every time you submit a worksheet. Please remember to put the date at the top every time you submit a worksheet. Please remember to put the date at the top every time you submit a worksheet or you submit your work. Okay? Right? You gotta write the date at the top. Okay? Right? You gotta write the date at the top. Yeah. Say hi. Actually, say bye. See you guys soon, okay?